Yo, this is Eternal Plays Final Fantasy VIII. Alright, another Final Fantasy game to do Let's Play of, and this one is going to be quite a funny one, and quite interesting as well. So now we've let this girl to show off how the school works, and we even learned more about the characters. We got some Guardian forces, but we now have got our first objective: get to the Fire Cavern and explore it before we go through the Seed Field exam, which will be quite a game changer. So let's run down here. We see some of the students running by, walking past as well. Look at the size of this school though. I wonder if we should type of schools like this in the real world, but probably not of this majestic gesture, that's for sure. Now this thing on the left is probably something that you might think is interesting. It's called a draw point. Just a problem though, no one can draw yet. Why is that? Well, we'll get to know that right now, thanks to Quistis, who's waiting for us at the gate. I have a few things to explain before we head off. Guardian Forces gives us strength. The stronger the Guardian Force, the stronger we become. So it's a brief explanation on junctioning a Guardian Force. Junctioning tutorial. Junctioning enables characters to power up and use abilities. This means a GF must be junctioned in order to power up and use abilities. Let's begin by junctioning a Guardian Force. Right now no GF is junctioned. All other commands in grey cannot be selected yet. Once junction is selected, the GF and magic commands appear. Since no GF is junctioned, magic is displayed in grey. Let's junction a GF. By selecting GF, a GF list appears. Press B3 to select the seed abilities possessed by a GF. The other abilities are HP Junction, Vitality Junction, etc. Let's choose a GF. When GF Quetzalcoatl is selected, its abilities, HP Junction and a Vitality Junction makes the stat HP and Vitality appear in white. Magic can now be junctioned to HP and Vitality. But since there is no currently no magic, we move on to setting abilities. There are 3 command abilities, and 2 non-command abilities for characters and party. A total of 5 abilities can be set. Depending on the Guardian Force abilities, the maximum is 4 non-command abilities, which means that up to 7 abilities can be set. Let's set some abilities. First select a slot. The top window is for command abilities used during battle. The bottom window is for character and party abilities. Selecting the top window displays command abilities, and selecting the bottom window displays character and party abilities. Since there's currently no magic, let's set the command ability draw to get some magic. When the empty slot is chosen, the cursor moves to the right. Select draw to the set command draw. This is how command abilities used during battle are set. Let's add GF and item to the list of command abilities. Now GF and item are set. Let's select a non-command ability. By moving the cursor down, a character's ability is displayed. Now to set magic plus 20%, select an empty slot, and select magic plus 20%. Magic plus 20% is now set. Abilities have now been set. This concludes the tutorial. Thank you and good luck. Everything up to now? You can always check back by accessing the tutorial from the menu. Once we get to the Fire Cavern, I'll explain how to junction magic. Use the command draw during battle and stock magic from your enemies. Be sure to have some stocked. Ready to go? The Fire Cavern used for the test is located east of here. Oh yeah, now we can finally have some fun. Let's go to Junction to Squall. Let's give him Quetzalcoatl. Let's put up just magic GF and draw, because we'll get some magic soon. So there's no point of not doing it. Let's go to Quistis and junction her with Shiva. Same thing here, magic, GF, and draw. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now at least got ourselves getting ready to start. Now let's go on to the world map. And here we are. So if we go to the cave here, we can get access to the Fire Cave. We also have some battles gonna come up now. lovely PlayStation music is being played instead of the PC one. Chance for first strike as well, which is pretty nice. And yes, there's also a trigger here, which is called the same as the R1 button on PlayStation. This means that Squall has a chance to deal more bonus damage. Like this. Pretty neat though. Because if I don't do it, its damage is much lighter. So it's increasing damage by around, I think that's 30% or maybe up to 50%. I'll just do some draw as well. Do like this. And then can draw magic. Now Quistis just draws 7 fires. If I then take stock on this one, I can get even more magic. Now I got myself 7 scans. Now let's use the magic we just got. Let's use fire from Quistis. Taking fire damage, let's use scan. Which is what scan does. Scan is basically information about the enemy fight. Bite bug. A bug monster flies. They come and attack precisely. It's not a very strong enemy. It's weak to ice and wind. Level 8, 154 health, so it only has 8 health left. A flying monster. Most flying monsters in this game are weak to wind unless specified otherwise. These ones are mainly one of the most common and easy enemies to beat. Can deal some damage return though, but that's fine. Probably stack up with some more fires perhaps if you want to. Doing some damage, but not that dangerous. There we go, it's down. Celebrate our victory and getting experience points. And you get yourself some AP. So what is AP? Well, here comes next thing about how to get your Guardian Forces to become awesome. If you go to the GF menu, then you have the GFs here that you have. If I select Quetzalcoatl here now, you can see that he's learning summon magic plus 10%. That means once he has learned that, his damage when you summon him will increase by 10%. Which is okay. But you don't want to learn that right now. Here are some cool things. HPJ means that you can junction magic to HP, increasing your max health. Junction Vitality J is same thing, but increase your Vitality instead. The card command, you can change weak monsters to cards. Of course, you need to weaken them first, so set them down to like 10-5%. The lower the health, the bigger chance to become a card. And even sometimes you can get some rare cards from doing card to monsters. It's a bit low chance, but some of these cards are awesome. I'll talk more about those later. Magic plus 20% you can learn here, then increases your magic damage by 20% roughly. Some magic plus 10%, which means your summon magic will go up by 10%. Also, when you get this one, you can unlock 20%, 30%, and so on. So it can become pretty strong. GF's HP by 10% you can also learn. And here we have boost. Boost means you can increase the damage done by your Guardian Forces. It's a bit up down how I want to do it. Then we have Team Magic Refine. Refine Lightning and Wind Magic from item. For example, now we've got an M-Stone piece. If we then use this one, we can get Thunder Magic from a Magic Stone piece. Consuming it in the process, we get some more magic. It's not a great way to get some magic. For the beginning though, because of getting our character ready, we should first learn HP Junction. And for Shiva, we have Strength and Vitality as well. She has Ice Magic Refinery instead. She doesn't have the card one. She has plus Spirit. For Shiva, we should learn Strength, because Strength increases our physical damage, and that can make things a lot easier to deal with if we just have them on. If you now go to, let's say, Magic, and let's say Quistis. We change the fire with Squall, and let's give it all to him. Then we can go to Squall, Junction Magic, go to Fire, and suddenly you can see that Squall's fire stats goes up by 2. This means that now Squall will deal more damage with magical spells than before. But you know that if you use fire in combat, that means that fire spell will now suddenly the magic will go down because you will be spending up your stocked magic that is already assigned, so be careful. Generally you should try to only put magic that you will not use, but are still very powerful, so it's a bit up to you how you want to do it. Sometimes you need to use these things, sometimes you want to save them. Let's see if we can get another battle here. Go in the forest. You can also battle in the forest, of course. Another interesting enemy here. Here's a caterpillar. A big one. This one also has some 2 new magic spells we can get. Let's see what they are. First one is Thunder. Thunder, of course, same power as Fire. It's basically a Thunder element instead of Fire element. Another one is Cure. Cure is super important because this is the way you can heal your characters. The other cool thing though about Draw is that you also have Stock and you have Cast. So if I then take Cast instead, that means I'll cast the Thunder from Caterpillar instead of using it. That's pretty nice now. You can also do the same with Cure as well. Let's say I want to cure up Squall with Caterpillar's own Cure. Pretty decent. This way it's almost impossible to lose this battle unless you don't pay attention. Now in the beginning of the game though, if you want to make your character super powerful, you really ought to try to draw and stock up on magic a lot, because if you do that, this game will become so much easier. If you grind up to, let's say, HP Junction and Vital and Strength Junction, you can breeze through the most part of this game a lot. So of course a bit up to you how you want to do it though, but yeah. The game can just become super easy if you just do it this way. Just slash this guy. He has a bit of health. Let's see how he tastes and Thunder of my own. 97. Still not down yet though, so I guess we need to stock a bit more. But getting a lot of cures is good because it can give you some healing powers to survive. Even though there's not really much tough battles for a while, but you never know your way of how good you are with this game. Some people are maybe bad and some are not, so I mean, don't overdo it. Let's stock up with some more thunder magic. Beating this guy. There we go. Caterpillar goes down. I win this battle. Spiderweb, which is also very nice, because Quistis is basically the same thing as a blue mage in Final Fantasy. That means that Quistis limit breaks. If we go here, she has a lot of different limit breaks, and she learns them from getting items from enemies. So we go here to Spiderweb. Now she has a new one called Ultra Waves, which is a bit better than the laser eye that she already has. We have an item here, M-Stone piece. If you use the refinement, we can get some magic spells from it. So that's also why you should try to get these refinement things, like these ones. But it's a bit up to you. I still would recommend getting you at least HP and strength. The majority of this junction you should have immediately, because it makes your character so much more powerful. Then you can get these to make yourself even more powerful after that. And also you should get the card one, because card is not just good for playing cards, but it's also very good because you can refine cards into items, which again can refine into magic, which can make you super powerful and super strong and just basically really, really cool and awesome. Let's go in here to the Fire Cavern. Now we have another tutorial before we end this episode. Junctioning magic. By junctioning magic you can raise the character's stats, which I've kind of already shown you, but let's just go through it here. If the GF has learned the ability to junction onto stats, that particular stat will be displayed in white. By selecting the junction here, the GF magic commands will appear. You're able to junction magic by selecting magic. When magic is selected, list of magic appears. Use the cursor to select which stat to junction. When strength is selected, choose a magic with the cursor. You can see how the stat value changes with each magic. When magic is selected, the magic will be displayed next to the stat and the value will change. Only one magic can be assigned to each stat. However, There is no need to junction magic manually one by one. Select auto after junctioning. Auto junctions magic automatically. There are 3 commands to choose from. Attack favors strength, magic favors magic, and defense favors erasing HP. Thus magic can be junctioned easily by using auto. For example, let's select the auto attack junction. Magic can then be junctioned to favor strength. This concludes the magic junction tutorial. When you draw a new magic, try experimenting with it when you junction. This is how you become stronger. Okay, ready to go? Oh, do you know how to use a gunblade? I already know. There's nothing to worry about. If you just leave it as it is, it's the best way. It's basically, the trigger that you use to deal bonus damage for normal attacks for Squall. If you also get used to doing a limit break, you can also only deal bonus damage, but he even might unlock some new cool limit breaks. Objective: to obtain a low-level GF, a seed member must support. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm his support. Instructor number 14, Quistis trip. Select the time limit. Choose one suited to your abilities. Challenging yet reasonable. Doesn't really matter what you take, just take 20 minutes. Very well. Good luck. Now whether these guys have these weird suits and headpieces, well, we will get to know that later in the game. It's a bit important actually. My job is to support you in battle. Everything else is up to you. Fine. Typical Squalls, like, I don't care. Don't care. Hashtag don't care. I don't really care. That's basically the best way to describe Squall. You know, the boys often choke on this test when they come with them. Guess my charm makes them nervous. Whatever. I'm just kidding. Trying to keep you relaxed, that's all. Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this episode. The next episode, oh, let's just do this battle. Anyway, for next episode, we're gonna go in deep into the Fire Cavern. Finally, see if we can get ourselves some cool Guardian Force, and then we'll see from there what we will do. Maybe we go through the field exam as well. So just latch onto this bat, which is very low health. Also knows Thunder and Scan, so if you want to stock up some, this is a good way to do it. But yeah, we're gonna go through the Fire Cavern, see if there's some Guardian Force we can obtain, and then take it from there. Then we'll see what else this thing has to offer. Just note though that sometime between episodes I will be doing some grinding on my own because I don't care about being super powerful. I'm not gonna use cheats though, of course, but I'd rather do some grinding in between episodes. More some pieces first, which is great. So like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. And that's it for now, so I'll see you guys next time as my journey in Final Fantasy VIII continues.